Radiant's pick. Dire's pick.
Yeah, that's slightly unfortunate with the old scheduling to face number 1 and number 2, at least according to the scores so far. So tough, but you know, I'm looking at this draft screen here, Gary. Clearly the teams must be mixed up, right? Because I'm just a casual Dota viewer, and I see that it says Virtus.pro, but then on Darkside I see Roger and Ramses and what?
5 seconds.
Oh. What's happening? All right, so Virtus.pro is, you know, I realize this when I see, sometimes there's people who haven't maybe been tuned into Eastern Europe in a little bit, guys. Virtus.pro is kind of like the younger guns at this point. They're a less established team than many of the other rosters.
Like
and so it's maybe not necessarily surprising that they're going to be down potentially 2 series if they lose the other top dogs. But these are definitely like strong up-and-coming players, you know, on Virtus.pro, who we still expect quite a lot from.
这就是高富帅呀！哦呦呦，who's not gonna get killed? Though that's so easy.
Yes, yeah.
Dire's pick. Radiant's pick.
Nirana.
Yeah, what's going on there? I don't know. I feel like that's just an us issue. At least when I've tuned into the other regions, I feel like I'm still seeing Lena, and then I come to watch our games and she got ignored. Just no one cares. No Lena's here, thanks. I'm a little surprised by that still. I don't know if that trend's going to continue. Is it?
Dire's ban.
Yes.
10 seconds.
I can tell you that Mirana, though, is still going strong. Ember, we're seeing pick up quite a bit in the bans. You know, I'm catching some of the replays and some of the live matches of the other regions, and I feel like Ember's really starting to take a bit of a slot there in that second phase of bans. I feel like I'm seeing Embers, I'm seeing Slarks, some Phaseless Voids still, but he's definitely falling off in stock, whereas I feel like previously every single second phase ban, Faceless Void was in there because he like wasn't quite good enough for first phase maybe, but no one wanted to deal with the double pick of Faceless Void plus some other decent combo in that second phase. And now my question is, Tiny Mirana picked up at the same time. Will this just be the 5 Mirana, which has, you know, been gaining some steam, or will this be that, like, is anyone else gonna try 3 Mirana like Rezo's been playing? Because I feel like she's just a 5 or a 4. I want to stay away from the 3 Mirana, I feel like. Wait, what's wrong with her shard, Gary?
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Hey, it slows. The projectile slows, so you don't miss your arrow. That you're shooting from 2 feet away, okay? It's important. No one even knows that. Yeah.
Radiant's ban.
It's not like Dark Willow. You know, you can be having whatever game you want on Dark Willow, but if the goal counts for an Aghanims, you're like, all right, here we go. I am a Death Prophet fan at this point as well, though. I definitely think that having someone who's able to push down towers feels pretty strong right now. At least I talk a lot about this idea of like what can you do in 10 minutes, and I feel like Death Prophet just gives you solid direction to play around. And obviously she suits herself pretty well into multiple lanes, either being the mid or the off lane. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see a little bit more of that 5. I know some teams have been picking it up, but it hasn't really come back in the full force yet, at least.
5 seconds.
seen him quite a bit today. A man who likes the greed, gets some gold, and presumably we have our 3, 4, and 5 at this point then. So Darkside, they're going to
10
save those
seconds to
last two
go.
counter picks for the position 1, the position 2. Pretty good choices. I mean,
5
hey, you know,
seconds.
Ramses, he has played some safe lane Doom in the past, so you never know. We got the flex options here potentially, but more than likely, of course. He likes those.
Radiant's pick. Slog.
Any supports? Any support players? Yeah, I feel like that hero's been looking pretty solid versus Doom. I mean, the hero's just good. Like I said,
10
he's
seconds
very
to go.
commonly in the second phase of bans. And I think people have been kind of complaining a little
5
bit about
seconds.
Slark and their pubs as well. Seems to be in a pretty good spot, which whenever Slark's in a good spot, he's pretty annoying to deal with. He can snowball out of control with just a couple mistakes in the lane. And with how fast-paced this patch can be at times, that can be a little bit worrisome to play against. That makes me definitely want to put the Death Prophet as a 3, though, or whatever the position 3 is, needs to hit towers very hard for Virtus.pro. And it's probably going to be the 3 DP, because it pairs really well with the Tusk. They're an excellent lane combo. And yeah, it solves the issue of Ember and Slark having relatively weak push for cores.
Ten seconds to go.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
That's the dream, really. I don't know if anyone's willing to do it. At least I've got to see it yet, but it's definitely viable. I mean, we had a couple players that would always try and force that back in the day. Is it Chris Luck, I want to say, who was forcing that?
Radiant's
Yeah.
ban.
Yeah, way back. That's like TI8.
Siren.
Like, Hector doesn't get all the fun for once, you know? Surprising. Big gold hero. Yadro
10
had some
seconds to go.
had a game this morning, right? Got a W, I believe, in the first game of the day,
5
wasn't it? With the old Naga Siren before having a slightly less successful game on the Troll Warlord, which Rob was not pleased with. Well, you know, it's Troll Warlord. Is anyone pleased with Troll Warlord? I know. Yes. It's so true. Because you're like, well, you could win the
10
lane, but
seconds
then
to
what,
go.
you know?
Radiant's ban.
Seems to be the way that it goes here. And get rid of the Darkseer. That's pretty cool ban there. Could have went 5 on the Death Prophet, 3 Darkseer. There's not a lot of 5s that really ruin a Naga Siren's game either, so I guess Lesh is already banned.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's a
5
big
seconds.
standout. A late support pick, Disruptor is always top of the list, right? Because like you can actually kind of see if it's a good game. If they want to go core, they could potentially Timber and do the DP5.
Ten
We got
seconds to
options.
go. 5 seconds. Radiant's pick.
They're just covering like the decent offlaners, I guess. Yes, yeah, 100%. It's
10
just for
seconds
the
to
lane. I mean,
go.
same thing if they were to go Timber. I mean, statistically, the worst heroes are Timber,
5
Underlord,
seconds.
and Leshrac. They have like significant advantages versus Naga Siren, which makes sense. You can understand why. Unless you're Tundra, yeah. Leave Rezo alone. Leave Rezo alone. Leave Team Secret alone. The real gamer pick here is Shadow Shaman.
Dyer's pick.
Yeah, let's do like Shaman 5 because I'll be hexing and getting gold and... I was so close. Yeah. Yeah. Dazzle though, that's interesting. We were blessed with a mid Dazzle earlier in the tournament, weren't we?
10 seconds
It was.
to go.
It was Nicky Cool. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty cool. He lived up to his name in that case.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Probably just gonna be the 5 with the 3 DP and then the 4 Tusk. Benefits of Dazzle here. The Shard, I guess, is really good versus Dogger Siren illusions, right? You would hex them all and you just get the gold constantly. That's kind of cool.
Folks.
Oh no. So then get Rebel Tiny. Yes. Yeah. I think you're exactly right. I think that's why they actually... That was probably a big part of why they picked Dazzle. Because that is how they would have had to play that lane for a little bit. Like with the Slark, right? Melee versus melee, the Doom. Early levels, Doom's really weak, so Tiny's 100% just going to try and grab the wave and run. And he has 0 armor. So Dazzle kind of owns him early.
10
with every little creep
go.
hit too. It gets the Doom off to a weak start. Gets your Slark off to a good start.
5
But then
seconds.
they just turn the Tiny mid because the matchup's fine because they've got an Ember. So that seems like a nice play from Darkside to go for the Silencer. Yeah, fighting into the global is going to be very obnoxious because, you know, that is a bit of a classic pub counter pick going Silencer versus Dazzle. It's like, oh, they can't grave. But I think that the Virtus.pro lineup actually looks really strong to me. I feel like Darkside needs to have a good game out of Rebel or their game is hard. Whereas I feel like Virtus.pro just need like a little bit, like if they just play like averagely around their exorcisms and just have a couple early plays from this Tusk. Like they have Tusk initiation in combination with the Ember Spirit. It looks pretty strong to me. I feel like they have the better lineup to win this game. Mm-hmm.
A rolling stone.
Places, everyone.
I don't consider myself the best player.
Oh, that's...
Liking it.
You forgot to remind me about
Oh.
about the in-game mic. It's all your fault.
Apologies. My bad. It's my fault.
No,
as always.
I have the play-by-play caster brainworms. I forget every single time. Lacoste has taken it upon himself to be my carer 24/7 when we're at
Yeah,
LAN
I know the
events.
life.
To make sure I'm fine. But yeah, game 1, best of 3. VP with a lot to prove with this with this new roster, sorry. Krill already looking for any vision that's been placed down by Darkside. And Darkside
30
a lot
seconds to go.
of household names under their banner, wanting to continue their streak, right? Because they've got two victories on the trot, I believe.
Household names? Streaks? Are you talking about EGB? Because, I mean, that's a household name in the Dota sphere. And, you know, you can go on yourselves a good old winning streak there, Gary. In fact, you know you might be able to go on a winning streak with some giveaways. Because by every 30 minutes, they actually do a giveaway
And
on
away
EGB.
we
Did you know
go.
that? To participate, you
That's
need to
nice.
place one bet of $1 or more per day and click the Take Part button. Boom. Lots of promotions on the site there as well, and bonus programs, and a welcome bonus up to $600 on the first deposit. So thank you, EGB, for supporting Eastern European DPC. as we get into our first match of this series.
Oh, why, thank you. Tremendous amount of information there. A factual packet of knowledge from Trent.
Can I say?
Glorious. Which of these lanes is gonna get first?
I'm gonna go with a solid old. Yeah, nobody dies. 6 minutes in. It's been slow. It's not just us. You know, I watch these other regions. A couple of snoozers in laning stage. It reminds me of when I started playing doilies back in like 2013, 2012, where I feel like watching the mid's actually okay again. I feel like you can just kind of watch the mid lane, and it's sort of an interesting lane once more, which was something that we were missing for like 5 or 6 years, where, you know, oh, you're just getting this rune, or oh, you're just farming the small camp, and all these issues kept popping up, and like, oh, it's 2v2 mid. I feel like the side laners are just dying constantly, and the mid lanes, you know, you have a chance to actually monitor how they play the creeps.
Yeah, and 6 minutes in, they'll be level 6, so equally as likely to get first blood in the 1v1 between the two of them.
Beautiful. Dota's back, guys.
Yes. The real stuff. Krillat taking a beating bottom. This level 1 Starstorm. Roger made sure that he got the double hit. Keep DK Focus farming away. Scorched Earth level 1, closing on level 2, so he'll have that Devour ready to himself. Is there any particular creep you want down here? I guess the Ice Armor is always going to be nice, but a good pounce. Poison Touch is going, and Roger dropping quickly. Bottom lane, that's where we get first blood.
Yeah, that was nice. Catching them when you have level 2 and they're stuck at level 1, and we're like, you got nothing on Mirana. Like, you're just dead. Right?
Look at that. Very far off, but they've got shards on Sails and Tusk. Ramsey's kept. Tommy. Both side lanes losing their support pretty early on. 2-0 lead for VP.
Yeah, they don't have great tools versus the illusion spam up top, do they? You know, They kind of just gotta like click them down. You know, you got Crypt Swarm and shards, but you can't really burn that every single time. It's not really that sustainable. Plus, then you're just like pushing the wave into a bad spot. So
Spending mana on illusions always feels bad in the first like 10-15 minutes.
yeah, especially when it costs more to cast your spell than it does for him to cast the illusions. So
Yeah, 70 mana cost and mirror image. Garlis, interesting spot. Dire Sentry and Observer Ward. Hang on, what's that sentry for? And bottom. It's not blocking the camp, it's just out there. Maybe they found something.
which one? Sorry.
Down in the bottom jungle is there's a sentry on high ground where the ward spot is. There's another dire sentry
this
further
one?
down. Yeah.
Oh, that was probably the Doom making sure it wasn't blocked. He thought they were gonna body block it so he can eat it. Yeah. Maybe even the Roger might have done it too, so he can arrow it. If they're real gamers.
Ooh.
You know? Eat one creep, arrow the other from a distance.
Yeah, see, that's why you're the analyst. I was struggling there.
It's okay. You found the only thing I know about. That's wards. You know, it's my jam.
Yeah, I've seen that ward before, but usually it's against, you know, a Chen a year ago.
Yeah.
When you'd have that high ground ward to watch the Chen. And now you're spot on. Make sure he's got access to that camp. Right now he has a break passive from one of the. Is it one of the Vools? No, who has the break? One of the Gnolls, the Trolls?
Yeah, I forget what their names are. The Hill Troll Berserker, to be precise.
Ah, there he is. Yeah.
I will say,
have the poison.
These couriers aren't supposed to live versus Mirana, but you know, Roger still has 3 leaps. Like this next courier better die for Slayer. I feel like Mirana's the best hero in the game at dealing with these couriers. When you have that specific ward, like surely Slark doesn't get these boots and raindrops, right?
Look out
Surely.
for fallen rocks.
Surely.
Maybe I'm just crazy. I feel like it's so free with Mirana. Yeah, like literally just gonna leap and kill this. Like Mirana owns.
The Radiant's curse.
It's so funny. Like it actually, I love that ward. I think it's so underutilized.
Like 700 gold.
Yeah, it's just insane. And it's so free.
Oh, wonderful. Now getting the wave dragged across. Roger's gonna get touched down by the poison of Ducalis. Been pulled into the small camp, but there's only one creep there. Or does he get the pull through? No.
Not quite.
Not happening. Well, top lane Ramses. He's now being pressured, so Nato went back to try and figure out what's happening with his camp, and with the Crypt Swarm there, noticed he'll kill off the Naga Siren while I saw Tiny's HP dropping very low. Looks like he's losing out in this battle mid against Ember.
Yeah, things were going really well earlier, but he's being driven all the way back right now. Empty bottle, and I mean, it's not like the Naga's gonna TP mid, unfortunately, so it's not that good of a friend. Running all the way back home.
Where's my refills? Please.
Snako got some much needed XP though, I will say, up top when Ramses went down, because he was level 2 when Ramses died there. They had like double level 4 heroes on the side. Oh, sorry, it was 4 and level 3 for Sage there, but very hard for Ramses to deal with the 2 points Crypt Storm, 2 points Spirit Siphon if Silencer isn't able to contribute much.
You having fun there, Mr. Doom? Casting the tornado, just standing there AFK. And nothing gets done. It looked like VP wanted to step forward, march towards the Mirana, but got the 3 links while top lane. Seneko slips away. Ramsey's getting snowballed upon though, and with this DP having 2 points in the Swarm and the Siphon, it brings him low. The Naga will survive. Now a bit of a turn from Seneko. Sayush waiting in the trees, making sure that VP won't die either. This is now a signal for Ramses, it looks like, to get back into the jungle.
The ward though. The ward.
Oh, you're right.
It's all where he's going.
Oh, here comes Tusk. Can you find it?
Prizes
1-1-1.
Seems to knock him now. Perfect. Can't even get off the mirror image. Tried it.
Getting warmed up.
Yeah, rare.
That's actually so sick.
Rare observer ward. Perfect.
He's got half a level from that.
Oh, Krillat nearly had Roger with the pounce. There weren't any leaves remaining. Didn't want to continue as the poison touch started to wear off. But it's all action-packed, and it's all going the way of VP.
Yeah, I think that their draft already looked great, even if things were sort of even at this point. Surely, you know, they should be winning the top lane. It's a position 5 silencer, and it's DP Tusk, a very strong duo in the current meta, so it makes sense they're doing really well. But if they're able to make those moves that you would expect with a DP with the exorcism at like level, I don't know, 7, 8. I don't think you have to do it like instantly at 6 or whatever and just like, pop the ulti, but I feel pretty good about this right now. Squadix is actually coming up here as Sancer has just left.
Yeah.
So they do want to pop the exorcism then. That's the only thing I can imagine.
Yeah, 7 minutes in, this Squadix Ember Spirit, 40 and 11.
Oh, they know. They know.
Ramses, the slight, no chains here. Just going to be the shards and the snowballs that come. Follow down the Naga Siren. Ramses trying to get away. He's pretty quick on his feet, but there's far too much damage to contend with.
And he takes exorcism on notice as well. Takes the point and says, yeah, let's go. You know, Silencer TP'd mid. Naga Siren's dead. This ward just, what a wasted ward too in that top lane for
Oh, that
for
one?
Darkside,
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, yeah, we saw what they were doing and we still died. But my Naga's still 0-0 with a lane ward.
I still can't believe this Tiny is like,
the best player.
he was being doubled up on by the Ember Spirit. I feel like that's not meant to happen, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know, it was going better.
Last top tower.
Because the Ember was like 40 and 11 when you made that rotation top, and the Tiny was like 22 and 10. So there was like a 20 last hit gap. What's the net difference between them? It's about 1,000. That's pretty substantial. And Rail's trying to kill off Sayush here, but Squadix, and now the Snowball. TP coming in from the DP. And Roger out of leads now. They've got the shards in onto Rail's Tiny. Down he goes. From bad to worse.
And my one condition for a good game for Darkside was that Rebel needs to have a good game.
Oof.
Like, he is the only way that they win this, in my opinion. That he needs to be popping off, because it's this idea of like, what are the 4 heroes going to do while Naga farms? And Tiny is the catalyst. He's the one that makes that work. Doom's building a Midas because it's a Doom, and that's what he's supposed to do. But he's not going to be very helpful early. And unless Mirana is going to raw arrow everybody, you're going to have a hard time.
I mean, this Tiny just has to channel his inner Dark Mago, honestly. You know, the amount of times we've seen you know, Thunder in the past play this kind of style with Pakaz on the kind of Naga-esque hero as TA usually. And Tiny's just running around, getting an 8-9 minute blink.
Yo, this
But this
scan.
time around, Tiny's gone scanning top for the Naga.
Yeah, they hit. And he hit him with a slice too, but
He's TP'd.
oh, he went
Bottom
home.
lane, DK Fogas is okay.
Generation.
Oh, the Naga went home.
Yeah, he kind of panic TP'd home. He had lots of mana and HP.
Okay, here
waste
comes
there.
Comes Tiny's first real move. Starts off on the Tusk. They've got a chain stun thanks to Arrow, but this tanky Tusk, level 5 with raindrops and 1 charges. The lane is death for as long as possible, but there's no reaction coming from the rest of VP. Looks like they're pretty content just to spread the map and continue farming.
Sir, it's back. It's back. Oh, I just clicked Slark. I clicked the Slark. It's back. China, wasn't it? Who started it?
First? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was China. It was like China Pub.
It was a Christmas special. I can't remember what the exact name was.
Oh yeah, did they pull it out there?
Yeah, something advertised. There was another TIS player that was doing it as well, but not in memory.
I mean, I know like before TI11. Like it was like 3 or 4 months before TI11. It was a ways back. It was one of the DPC seasons where we're all gushing about China Slark Radiance.
Interesting.
So this is pretty funny.
Radiant.
I mean, is it a good game for it? Versus a Naga Siren, obviously, it's pretty crazy. If you can get there. But is it necessary with how fast your team can play and the pacing of where you want to go? Like, should you just be getting regular good Slark items?
Now, he's against the Doom, so I'm going to say yes, Radiant's very good.
That's a good point. Yeah. That works still.
It does. Toss up with the arrow. Shadow with that profit. Mech comes in, but the Starstorm damage will clear her out. Moonlight Shadow from Rogers there as well, while Ember Spirit doomed up. Can't finish spells, but they'll just give the clicks to DK Fogas and get a 2-for-1 trade under their own tier 1. Still no towers taken by Darkside, and still no momentum to really build upon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they had to use both Global and Doom, but if they didn't use the Global when they did, there was a snowball angle that potentially could have provided a save for that Death Prophet. He's able to like, find some vision with an Ice Shard, so that's likely for the best. But now you're just in a situation where you don't have a whole lot to work with for a while. And look how fearless they are about Rebel. He just does not care. This is the 4, just chasing down the mid hero.
Yeah, they saw he used Avalanche on the creeps. And now a good silence from the Death Prophet. Make sure work of him. Squadix. Spectacular early laning stage now, 12 minutes in. 4-0-0. Top of the net worth, closing in on 6k. This Maelstrom Radiance timing is going to click into place beautifully for VP. And of course, the issue becomes trying. Oh, well, Ramses is found out here. That'd be a tough grab, though. The issue becomes the fact that it's a Slark on the side of VP. So if you're trying to find these kills and get an advantage over Virtus.pro, that's going to be hard to do. The Slark gamers will find all your wards. You're going to try be a bit sneakier where you're placing them down. Yeah, that vision vitally important to heroes like Tiny who need that blink initiation sneakily onto a target that they desire. Doom, similar story, but he's not going blink actually yet. Midas BKB for DK Fogas, so looking just for that kiting potential, survivability it brings. Yeah, he's just going to have to hope that Rebel gets his Blink Dagger, starts a fight, and then I think he's going to try and piggyback off a Global for a good Doom. Like, if the Ember ever jumps in, then Global pops, you get the Doom off then, I think. They see the Slark. Trillat, he used his Dark Plant already. Shadow Down is ready, but the Avalanche toss, arrow in, and Slark gets his ulti out and barely survived the Starstorm. Now to get rid of the Arcane Curse, he pounce leashes up Suneko. Roger with another leap should be able to kill him off eventually. Take a little while, but Trillat dies. +2 for Suneko finally. Nice play to stop that House from getting anywhere. Kind of got in the way of that attempted hop away there to force the leash. Ooh, now down bottom. Couple of kills in a row for Darkside here. Ducalis in the trees. Oh, he's being guarded by the Ember Spirit. Looks like Roger was too afraid with Doom and Silencer coming in a little bit too late. Oh, they have a sentry. They do. They're baiting around it. A lot of vision here. And Darkside give up for now. Dire even scanning their own Ancients area. Darkside are playing with so much fear. Now you pointed out the Tusk fearless, running at people. When does this change? You know, when does Darkside actually get a bit of courage? They're probably going to have to wait for their Blink Dagger on Tiny and their eventual like turnaround play. You know, where it's like, oh, what happened? Admin's on there. I love that. This idea of like, we get the Blink Dagger and either we smoke in and we just happen to find something good because we're probably not going to have good vision, or it's the side that Virtus.pro gets the Radiance on Slark and starts pushing on the Dire territory, and then they find out good turnaround play off of that. Oh man, I got so worried. It was the Tiny that disconnected, and you know that bug? I had Tusk selected and I clicked on Tiny. I was like 800. Oh yeah, you saw his gold? Yeah, I was like 8. Wait, where's? Then I clicked on Tiny's courier. I looked for his blink and I was like, wait a second, what? Yeah, it's just a
All
both.
right.
He's
Carry
got,
Yeah, same thing happened to me.
he's got
too.
100 gold left to go.
I saw he only had 1,500 gold when I touched him. And I was like, I thought he just had 1,500 gold like minutes ago. Like, what's going on? So yeah, we're almost
you
there.
You had Ember selected, I guess, or someone.
Yeah.
Radiant's mid tower.
Speaking of Ember, Maelstrom delivered. They'll have Greaves soon on Noticed. They're just going to be massive. Dakala's Shard going to be here like bang on 15 minutes pretty much.
Yeah, it's going to be a good timing. That Hex is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It originally was Shadow Wave, right? When they first introduced it. Am I crazy? When it changes the voice touch? Oh, am I crazy?
Don't remember
I'm
that.
just gonna pretend I'm crazy. Never mind. But it is really funny to watch Dazzle Hex people. I'm a big fan of the Shard.
How did he have a Shard before that? So I remember when his Aghanim Scepter was like Dispel and more Shadow Wave stuff.
Bring back Weave.
Oh man. What did that used to give you like 40 bonus armor at the end
Yeah,
of the
and
duration?
minus if it was on an enemy.
Yeah.
And vision in the AoE. Ah, good times.
Radiant's mid tower.
Big old circle.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite spells to fake cast, pump cast. Like Requiem from SF.
Oh,
Zeus,
yeah.
Thunder God's Wrath and then Weave because you're just like bouncing around. Chaotic Offering though is the best, without a shadow of a doubt. You drop the base several times.
Oh, that's right. The old Shard was he would attack the 3 closest enemies. Because then we had the attack Dazzle with the Deso. Oh, that was funny. And whenever you cast a spell.
Oh my god,
That was a good one. Yeah, that was good.
Oh wow, that's just unlocked like deep hidden synapses of memories
Yeah.
in my...
Because it was his eggs, and then they made it a Shard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Dazzle went through some changes.
Man, Dota is just such a funny game. Like, I don't know. Just imagine another sport or another game. That's just a Dazzle.
Dude, we do need to patch hockey.
Ooh. Are they gonna get the tiny? Just TP'd out. Good global. Make sure there are no stuns. But yeah, imagine they patch hockey or basketball or football or tennis or something. It's like now the ball is a porcupine. And now you have to kick it into one of those Quidditch hoops 5 kilometers in the air. That's basically what Dota patches do. They just fuck stuff up real bad.
I mean, everyone knows the Queen is really OP, guys. Chess needs a big patch.
Wait, what's up with that en passant bullshit?
Yeah,
honestly?
come on now. Clearly, Ice Frog is no longer working on chess. All right, the second they added that, I knew. I love that, though. Anytime you have a Hex versus Naga Siren, it's actually so much gold for support. To you core players, it might not feel like much out there, but, you know, I'm playing Lion or something, and I'm just, like, sucking away on those illusions, hexing them up, whatever I got to do.
How much do you get? They're like 10 each or something?
I think it's like 20. It's
Yeah,
significant.
That was my gut reaction. Was like, I think it's 25.
I know, but that sounds like too much.
That's a lot. That sounds like too much. So then I halved it. Just ask you, was it 10? Ah, if it's 20, that's good stuff. Ramses, he's got Manta Song, who is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's 24. Look at that. Oh,
Wow.
yeah, it's a lot of gold.
Big money. Darkside, desperate to hold onto their own jungle. The invading forces of EP were coming. And they even
It should just be a
scanned.
% of her net worth.
Oh my god, don't do that. Oh, yeah. As if support
All right.
life isn't easy enough as it is.
So this is the time they've been waiting for, everybody. They have themselves the Radiance. They have Dazzle Shard. They have the Greaves. Everything is clicked into place, and this is the fight that determines if Darkside can win this game. It is a roach fight. They have an Naga Siren, and they are not contested.
Radiant
Are they? Not? No? Okay. Just an arrow and arcane curse and then run away.
So they're going to try and go for their fight with the Blink BKB Doom instead. Ideally, you try and hold your tier 2s through this Aegis, but it's going to require a bad push, I would guess, for Virtus.pro. I think if Virtus.pro is just coordinated, they're pretty much guaranteed to get a tier 2. The best you can do with Darkside is hopefully get a lot of gold in other parts of the map. As you can see, the circles coming out right now from Squadex. He's just saying, let's go play top. Get the vision. Let's just go up there, do our thing, get that tier 2 tower.
Kill Tanaka.
Kill Tanaka.
And they need someone
He
with
is
some...
staying really close.
Yeah, he's got a couple of observers. One gets removed now.
Brewing at Radiant's
Still has this
bottom
one on the
tower.
high ground. A lot of pings there from VP. They saw the Tiny TP in. They're just diving the silencer who globals immediately.
Radiant's
Tiny
bottom
with a
tower in
combo, but he
pretty
brings
sad right
both
now.
cores to about half HP. And Krilla, having Aegis, is pretty happy with how things have transpired so far.
Radiant's bottom
Reset back on the
tower
high
is
ground.
in
Ember
good
can regen, fill his bottle, return to fight. They know there's no global for the next one.
I wish they had a smoke right now for Dire though, because they just got the blink to deliver DK focus. But maybe, oh, here we go. Oh, he doesn't have the war stomp though. He needs to find a centaur.
Oh. Are there any? Empty camp, empty camp. All the camps are empty because you've got a Naga on your team.
Ah, he stacked it. Bless.
Who stacked what? Oh, nice.
Yeah, Doom, he stacked the camp that he was at. He got a centaur.
Very fortunate. This is where Ramsey starts to come into his own. The funny thing is, it feels like VP are starting to run away with this, and their momentum's building, but it's a mild net worth lead for Darkside right now because of the wave cutting of this Naga, pushing out bottom lane. So you need these towers to fall. Tier 2 top being defended though by 3 members of Darkside right now. 4 in fact.
And it's a Midas Devour Doom, you know, like that. The goal is a little inflated for sure on the side of the Dire versus how much power they actually have, but
True.
Overall, they're doing a great job. They're defending these tier 2s, which, like I said, is going to be hard with how they're playing into this. And they're ready. Doom is ready for his big fight. They're going to bait out Rebel. They don't want to Doom the Aegis, obviously. Oh, and the Orchid's ready from Naga. Okay. Virtus.pro, you got your timing, you got your Aegis, but you got to win this fight. You got to get something out of this Aegis, or this is where the problems begin.
Where is the real Ramses? Hiding down in the bottom trees.
Radiant's bottom tower
3
in a pretty
VP
sad
smoke
right
for
now.
another 5 or 6 seconds. He's even sending illusions to kind of scout in behind, clear out jungle's camps in front, and they don't find him.
Got it.
Completely dodged, and he still sticks around to farm down bottom as well. See, this is where things, even with the lead and even with what we've said, you know, post-draft and during the laning phase, things get a little hairy for VP because you know that Darkside are incredibly experienced. You know they've got the shot callers, and you know they've got that ability to kind of drag out games and hold on, play the macro style with the Naga Siren and just win through, you know, attrition. You're gonna get cut a million times, and if you don't strike hard right now, while you've got this Aegis for 2 minutes, the game's gonna fall pretty quickly out of your fingers. As you get the blink stop, DK Fogas getting away from the grasp of Tusk. The arrow slides in between him and Slark. Ramsey's been burned because by the Radiance. Snowball for the arrow toss. The Tiny's in onto the 2 of them with a global. Squad XP KBs. Krillat, what can you do with this Aegis? He's trying to just man up and fight DK Fogas, but he's losing this battle. Darkside, they've not lost anyone, but that's a victory. They've made sure they didn't lose this Aegis fight. They've made sure no objectives are taken by VP. It's just all a big time waste.
Well, now there's a minute and 10 seconds, though, where they don't have Doom or Global. So this could be a good window for Virtus.pro if they want to push right now. You can see the pings again. They say, we have to go top. The wave is there. We need to go now before Naga pushes this back out. Yes, we're going to lose territory elsewhere on the map, but this is our chance to get a tier 2 and a free pick on the Roger, who goes into the wrong... There's no way. There's no way you're allowed to live.
Oi. Come down. Get all out of there. Oh, God. He's surviving. And Tiny with the Naga.
Oh, no.
And the Aegis. Slark will respawn, and the rest of Darkside have retreated. But yeah, this is now 2 heroes stranded top, not able to push the tier 2 because the Doom and the Silencer both rallying around this tower to make sure no distance squad is costing everything. Oh wait, bottom lane again! They're gonna create a slide, but he's being stunned under the shadow dance.
That was
Still
huge.
surviving, but an incredibly scary scenario there for VP. Ramsey Song, so him, the Tiny, and the Mirana can all retreat. Darkside playing out of their minds this past minute and a half just to shut down any chances VP had. But VP also kind of falling for it.
Yeah, I'd be pretty frustrated if, like, you could see DP and Ember are up top. They're pinging. They're like, I want this tower. I want this tower now while we get the Aegis. While there's no Doom. While there's no Global. But they almost get Roger, and then it gets dragged down, then he sticks around. And they're still just trying to get in here. Man, that's doing such a job of holding this part of the map.
Slark even pouncing up there as well. Yeah, you've got some.
All right,
Got some
here we go.
pest problems, though. Watch the Naga illusions.
And this all comes back to the select item choice, I think, too, right? Like, the idea of the Radiance. Like, yes, you were able to find the space for the Radiance because of what happened, but could you have progressed the game to a further state if you'd gone something more aggressive?
Nothing about dire structures
You know,
right now.
Like right now, he's a slug role-playing as an alchemist, role-playing as an old Naga siren. He's going Raddy Manta.
Radiant's mid
I mean, I don't know.
I'm a big fan of the item build. I do love my my Raddy Manta, but
bottom
usually in turbo games where I can get away with literally anything.
top tower's gone.
We'll see how it plays out here. You know, later on, definitely could see the strength of it as he split pushes as the Slark.
Vanish.
And in the end, they did get the tier 2, and there wasn't one taken from Darkside, so they're still up on that thanks to, in large part, the help of that Aegis and the map control it gave them.
Ooh.
But yeah, that was a bit spooky. Alright, give me that YOLO arrow, Roger. I'm not gonna check one.
Were they smoked as well? It was just Moonlight Shadow.
I think it was
Sentry saw
Moonlight,
them. I was wondering if Seneca was trying to...
They are smoked on VP, though, as they approach from the rear.
Oh, goodness. And they've got double observer wards on high ground. Squadix just has to make sure he presses BKB. That's his only... His only job is to press BKB and run in like that. Starts being targeted off to the right-hand side, but a tiny big target blown up and taken down by Krillat. And DK Fogus trying to TP home with his BKB, successfully gets away. Incredible move there from BP, coming all the way behind them. Gonna get the Naga. That's real Ramsey. Such a thing as just punched an illusion or a creep or something. And Ramsey silences him with the Orchid. Krillat not giving up, but also not landing his pounce. A little unfortunate.
But doesn't get arrowed, so you know.
Small victories.
Oh jeez, I wasn't even thinking about the shard yet. This item, I hate this shard. It is so good.
Who?
The Slark shard.
Oh, the
Death Shroud. I can't like stand playing versus this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's so irritating. It's just like, if this ulti wasn't annoying enough already.
Just untargetable. I mean, what do they got that can go into it? Like Avalanche? Oh, the AoE Doom if the Doom gets the Ags.
Yeah, they got like arrows and stuff. That's a real Naga side, by the way.
That is. He's pretty tanky with a heart, though. Managing to get off his Manta style before the rest of VP collapsed on him.
Almighty money.
It doesn't look like Darkside want to entertain a fight down at a bottom tier 1. The most useless tower on the map.
Krillat on the hunt.
Them dire
Hello,
buildings.
Whoa,
Seneca.
silencer.
If you miss this pounce, though, buddy, they'll be
He doesn't even want to risk it.
No. I think he's missed his last 4. He's had some difficulties. He needs to find that free movement.
Oh, that was nice.
It's a song. Both of them held in place.
The dire best.
And Ramses gets to his high ground again. Now all eyes back on that roast pit.
Radiant's top tower
Just
is
under 2
taking
minutes
hits.
until
Guess what's
he's
happening
respawned.
in Dire's bottom tower.
We've got
Radiant's
time here
top
for
tower
Ramses to
is
finish off his Bloodthorn.
Of course, they do have the Lotus Orb there as well, unnoticed. So clearly something that you're going to want anytime playing versus the Doom, and giving some considerations to get focus before he pops anything, throws anything down, and then the link gets being worked on by Squatter. So big improvements defensively coming soon for Virtus.pro.
Oh, nice.
But a fight could be coming soon here. This is a songless Naga right now.
Bounced the bomb, silenced and stunned, he's dead. Ramsey's gone to 50. Oh, the grave. Cancel for the grave and they heal. Saves up to Carlos. And both of your heavy hitting cores are dead. Notice just tipping Roger as the arrow landed at the tail end of that team fight. Fortunately for Darkside, everyone will be respawning when Roshan's back up, but it's damage control now. How much of the map can VP claim for themselves?
The dire best.
I was
do
gonna say
something
earlier
about
that
bottom
Rebel
dire
had done a
just
pretty good
couldn't
job of
save that
recovering in this
bottom
game. I
tower.
felt like, considering the passiveness, like there's 5 kills on his entire team, and he still managed to get to 10k as like the mid tiny who is very reliant on kills when you have a Naga Siren sucking up all the farm in your game. He's doing a pretty good job, but unfortunately, every death is just making it more and more painful here. Perhaps one day he can dream of the eggs.
And yeah, that's the thing, right? He needs physical damage. This magic just isn't working out. Tanky Slog, BKB Flame Guard, Ember Spirit, Dazzle with Graves. I'll take that top outpost just before 30 minutes. Roshan alive. Darkside, the ones to smoke behind Ramses. I've got everything ready again, it looks like. Outside of the Moonlight Shadow. They might come into contact with Noticed. Counting DP with illusions. They see the Ember as well, potentially. That's the jump from DK Fargas. Gets the Doom and the arrow in. The snowball is there. But the global over the top. The buying of time by Sayush still leaves Noticed dead to rise. They're going to trade the squad is killing off Seneca and the Tusk. Grave for a second. The slot jumps in. But Ramses now has a chance to open up and launch the damage towards this VP side. Krilla and Squadex fighting Roger, but the leaps are now the song. Resets everything. The buyback from Dazzle looks like it will come to nothing. Ramses doesn't have a TP. You're right. And looks like
Roger's burning. He's burning to death. Oh my god.
He's fine, right?
Don't move, Krillin. Went too far.
The sleight of fist, the jungle. Kill the trees. He uses Moonlight Shadow just to get away.
They have a ward too.
The Dazzle had a gem. Where is it? Did someone?
Oh, Roger!
Oh my god.
He can't get home.
He's stuck.
What was that? What was that movie? Homeward Bound?
Oh my goodness.
This is just Roger. He's just a lost kitten. He just wants to go home.
Which one? I remember watching the. Oh, there's like 7 of them. I remember watching.
I know. There's a lot of them.
Laserdisc? Do you remember when Laserdisc existed?
We only rocked the VHS in my house. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we weren't that cool.
I think it was when we moved to Southeast Asia, Laserdisc like just got released. So my dad was like, "Oh yeah, technology."
I have Laserdisc. Yeah.
And then 6 months later, they were CDs and DVDs existed.
Dyer's mid tower won't last.
We got the shard picked up here, handed over to Squadex since Krat's already purchased his own, and the Aegis will remain on the Slark. So, in the end, what happened? They managed to get the Doom off. Notice didn't get any of his items off. I don't think he got like. He definitely didn't get the Greaves off.
Radiant's
Obviously,
bottom
could have been quite
tower
huge.
seen better
And
days.
do we have a self-dispel? We still don't have a self-dispel on Sage. So that is really hurting them. When do we get the neutral items that can do that? That's not until tier 4, right? Yeah.
Like Flicker and stuff?
Yeah, Flicker and
yeah, you're right. I was thinking about that one, the purge on it. Oh, Ramses. Song's ready in 2 seconds, so worst comes to worst, he pops that and gets out. Losing Seneko again always feels bad though.
they missed the gem on him though. Roger came in and got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're setting up for
Dyer's
something.
mid tower.
Roger's baiting real hard right now. Oh my god. Yeah! Look at me!
Oh, he actually gets hit. Is it a good bait anymore?
Hang on, is he baiting? His team isn't actually using the bait.
Bro, go away! Like, it's like when you're playing hide and seek or whatever. People just keep jumping into your hole. It's like, no, I'm hiding here, man. Like, go somewhere else.
Damn it.
Dyer's mid
Cupboard's only
tower
big
is
enough for the
having
2 of
technical
us.
difficulties.
Can't add a 3rd one in here. I really thought that was like a big brain move.
No breaking
With
through
Roger
the
baiting for the other 2,
Dyer's structures for
but
now.
I guess when they realized there's more than just the slot
And
not
an
a great
Aegis.
fight.
It's
Yeah.
Although to be fair, he has Octarine, so like if they gotta stomp Doom out there, you know, maybe Naga pushes the waves enough. Maybe it's actually worth it to kill the Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is taking
Okay, they don't have a coming high ground, but he keeps dying. Gary.
Yeah, Seneko, it's time to play like DDC did back in 2013.
Radiant's
Sit in the
couriers
fountain and
are-
press your ulti button. Don't go out the base because you're a silencer position 5.
Guess what's happening to Dyer?
Pretend you're an Arc Warden with a rapier. And the consequences are just as great.
Top tower.
Pretty much.
You know,
You need that global.
back in the day. Just to be clear, I saw someone try that the other day in one of my Overwatch cases. So let me be very clear, that does not work anymore.
They tried to play Arc Warden
He
Rapier.
tried to buy rapier in the fountain. I'm not even joking.
Oh dear.
And he got reported. Can you believe that?
Yeah, Cap.
Yeah, I hate to break it. He actually was just really bad. I'm sorry to whoever reported him. He wasn't
Radiant's
intentionally
top
creeping. He was
tower's
legit just terrible. Wait, sorry, I was having a bad day. Because you know what? We all have bad games, guys. It's okay.
Well, yeah, he's just a little bit ignorant, right? He's not caught up in the past 4 years of patch notes. It's not difficult to do. You know, you take a bit of an extended break, you come back, and all of a sudden, it's like we were saying before, all the rules have changed.
Yeah.
Why is Roshan up here now instead of down here where he used to be?
I have been waiting all game for this time, though. The Basher comes out. Unfortunately, because of the Radiance being the build this time, the Basher is a little bit later in the game, and we have a Butterfly on Ramses, so that is very helpful. Considering how badly I feel like they need this Bash. If they want to win an unsuspected fight, where, you know, it feels like they have to, like, sort of force a fight, force the song, and then go for a second fight right now. But if you can get that one lucky Bash, it might be enough to just break Ramses right there, right now. And he does not have buyback for a very long time on Ramses. That is 2,000 gold he needs to farm up. I say a very long time. You know, I guess it's really not that long when you see Ramses getting gold. Big saves.
Away we go. He knew that was coming as well. The Ember Spirit was like remnanting 20 seconds ago and he blinked deeper in the trees. Good hunting by VP, but not paying off as they had liked. Have they done enough for this Aegis? All the tier 2s are down.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like wait for next Roach and go high ground kind of deal.
It does feel like they're progressing very well on all three of their cores, whereas we really only have one core who's got much left to grow on. DK Focus will have an eventual Aghanim / Refresher, which is pretty nice. Looks like he's going for the Ags first. Hello.
Instead of Cat on Roger, that's a DD Rune Ember Spirit though, all the way in towards DK Fogus and Ramses. Seneko TPing. He's out of there, as is the Doom, but we might not have the same spot for Ramses. He's been forced to song. Shards come. Sears can't get in there with a snowball. It's too far away, so yeah. Everybody except the Tiny, his TP is on cooldown, is
So
back
much
to base.
for Radiant's courier. Poor little fella.
Got it.
Man, those illusions get so much gold later. They're up to 40 gold now. It's so ridiculous. It's 2x level. And 4 things happening.
I said DK Fogos, he's got the DPB going. Punching around from the top mode. Got a couple of bonus kills here. Grabbing in onto the Naga Siren. Rooting her up. Squad X and Krill out. Comes down from Roger, but it's hacked off by the slog. Ramses now is able to turn with his illusions. Silence up the slog. The grave is down. So he can get doomed. It is reflected, but I don't think the Doom matters. Cares too much about that. Locked down for 70 and now under dire vision. Darkside sees everything that's happening, and even with a low HP Seneko and Roger, still trying to give that move forward. They know that high ground is in here.
Oh no, he missed that X, so he's just dead.
Oh,
You gotta love when the Lotus Orb is placed on a hero that has Ags, so it casts the Ags Doom on the Doom. Like, that is just so glorious. Like the one hero that's gonna happen with. I guess he's having the
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, because Doom had the Ags Doom on himself, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
So the Lotus on the Ember who has Ags reflected an Ags Doom back to Doom who uses the Doom Ags.
Yeah, same as the Slark too. Cool. I think it was the Slark on that one.
Slark, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so the reason I was wondering why, because when we saw it was 24 gold earlier, I was like, I know I've gotten more from those illusions before. I didn't realize it was 2 extra level. So we're all learning together here. Except I know you guys all knew that. My bad. Sorry. I'm sure you all corrected me earlier when I talked about it. But yeah, you get 2 extra levels. So that's what it just gets ridiculous in the late game. Catching all those illusions. You think about it, if Dazzle sees or casting that team fight, that's, you know,
200 gold?
80 gold. Yeah, 200 gold to get them all. Get a couple, you know, easy 80 gold, get all 4. Rich?
How rich is he? He's got Lotus Orb, Shard, halfway to full staff. He's pretty wealthy. Actually, he's more farmed than the Tusk and the Silencer. All those illusions.
All those Lotus Orbs. But in the end, what happens is they don't get a full push in a high ground fight. The global was clutch when it came out because the Hex did connect onto Ramses and they were chasing in deep there. So was just looking for that bash to further things along for Krallat and perhaps get the final blow, but big save there. Now we got Moonlight Shadow who's 20% evasion, so Naga Siren is going to be really hard to bash, and I do not foresee an MKB in the future of this Slark. At least not anytime soon.
Is that Radiant's gonna be that impactful as we move on? Because I know you can like disassemble it into Nullifier and stuff, but it feels like it just needs to have it to try and deal with the illusions.
That would be kind of... Oh, speaking of Radiance, we got a friend of the show here, Benji. Benji Dota. The Slark first item Radiance build has only ever been done twice in pro play. Once by Monet in June 2022. So that would have been the one before TI I was talking about. And also today by Emo, 4 hours ago. So it's popping back up. But yeah, back in that June phase, there was a lot of Soul Ring Slark Radiance. I remember was the build in China pubs.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny.
So I guess the Bet Boom Christmas special isn't considered pro play, or...
Yeah, that might have been it, yeah. That's probably all it is. It'd be DPC or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Jump on Roger. Oh, that's a massive fight in the river. Caught on the high ground, Sayach is stuck. Snowballs back down. DK Mogo's being pummeled by Squad X and Krilla. Godlike Ember Spirit's giving chase now, and it's long-range Slog Pounds finds the grab onto Naga. Needs the song to slow things down. Get back to Fountain. Darkside, yet again, just being steamrolled here. On the perfect timing with the Roshan.
Oh, yeah, you love that, don't you? I'm just going to walk on in here, just happen to see, and, oh, hey! Oh, that feels so good! And it's Agnes. Oh, please touch. He has Blink. Come on. Come on, baby. Give me the kick. Notice that you take this, we're done. Alright, I will never cheer for you. No! Please.
Yeah, DP Ags, nah. Rather not.
Oh, is he gonna find Tiny though?
I'm watching. Who got the Ags? Where did it go?
It's
Wait,
on
Slot.
the deep.
You serious?
On the deep.
She ate it?
Ate it.
Oh. Okay.
Where's your spirit of fun, guys? Walrus kick.
Radiant
kick.
bottom tower ain't
His blink. All right, Rebel's insane. Rebel is insane.
God!
He is insane.
Radiant's bottom tower seen
I
better
don't think I'm
He had no buyback.
clenching my butt so hard it's being absorbed into my chair. Oh, what a guy! Yeah, I don't have the stones to do that. I'll tell you.
That's the craziest wave clear TB I've ever seen casting Dota.
Goodness. Nutter. Yeah, just straight up, he's a nutter. Lost your goddamn mind.
I can't believe he did that with no buyback. I can't believe that just happened. That was allowed.
So what did he do here? He rebought BKB after he disassembled... sorry, he rebought Echo Saber after disassembling for BKB. And then he's just waiting for money for Aghanim Scepter, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got
Oh my god.
tons of items on everyone. Like Wraith Pact on Roger, 4 staffs galore. See that screen that like Scriff and JJ use with all the... No, that's a combat log. I didn't want to press...
F5, show items.
Yeah, that's not a
Press
hotkey.
F5 and you press the little chest at the bottom.
I've got it. I open up the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, there is a second one. You're right.
There's another one they use, but I don't know how to get it. Also, I've changed.
I'll mash.
So 4 staff, 4 staff.
Oh, it's the items. It's next to the net worth. It just says items. I've never seen that. It's like you see where Naga Siren on your net worth bar. It's like she's like go to the end of her line and then click that sword and shield to the top of the right of it.
Ah, very nice. There it is. Yeah. Wonderful.
Items. Professional casters, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome.
What a tip. Yeah. Let me mash. Let me mash. We're here pressing buttons.
Just rolling your face along the F keys, hoping something happens. I just hasted my courier. Oh, I popped my ravage. Whoops.
Whoops, it is.
7 chapter lines all at once.
And here comes the evil ghost lady.
I tried to tab my courier and haste it the other day, and I ravaged.
Oh no.
It was bad. It's like I'm never pressing that button ever again.
Yeah, I just consistently forget that the courier still has shield and speed burst. My courier's so slow, and I'm not using it properly. It looks like a simple tier 3. Trying to continue for barracks here as well. Darkside are smoked, and they're going to toss back on the DP. Now we do nice and done, but Lotus and the Greaves, the bit of help and the heals come out. The Slark is being graved, and he does have the Aegis as well. So I'm going to fight into the boom now. Still caught up in the satanic ritual of DK Fergus, and Aegis has been lost. Ramses, but a half of it is being gone as Croat noticed and squatting, continuing that beyond godlike streak. Backstab to kill off Shineko, and Ramses with a shiny golden BKB, kind of wasted. Sets by the tier 4s and gets himself back to Fountain. Noticed under tier 3 mid, trapped rail inside the ice shards. Slight chain spam is incredibly annoying. And they've got songs and staffs trying to set up here, but the Slug Pounce and Squad X being so tanky means there are no opportunities for Darkside to latch on to anybody. And now, how do you feel, Ramses? There's illusions pushing you back into your base. The Slug senses around the illusions and hems them in.
And even with the aesthetics cap too here,
Tough as nails, but not.
really going for that full defense. Ramsey, whoa!
Yeah, bash the house. Evasion will only do so much until you're beaten down.
I don't
He
consider
does
myself
have
the best
buyback,
player.
but this now feels like it's over, right? 20k lead. Elena Barracks down, and they're coming back for round 2. 30 seconds till next exo means they could even go for throne or top as well.
On your belly and
I mean, you gotta give them credit here. This was a pretty clean game. I would consider it like slightly risky to go for the Radiance because I feel like they could have hit the earlier timing and just but
Slog. He's got his spells off.
too fast.
Speed little devil, pouncing away. Arrows just gonna fly past everybody. But Darkside, they need something right now. Ramsey in the sword road. They try to dust, they catch the tiny global silence is there. And Krillat doesn't have ulti. He might need a grave in a second now because Ramsey's starting to do that AoE damage to the Riptide. And DK Fergus on the run with the song as backup. Range pack being finished off. But yet again, Darkside, they enter a fight and exit it before really accomplishing anything.
So half durational X is just going strong right now. As Randy's in a risky spot, trying to find some setup with an arrow, like a net arrow, I guess.
Has to be BKB quickly. And now up against Mega Creeps, it looks like. A squad expanding.
The arrow.
The avalanche on the big. Smart Dog backs it off though, and the arrow is meaningless. 2 down now for Darkside as a dive from the Ember Spirit tries to hunt Roger. And GG
he's gone.
Oh, yeah, GG. Oh, okay, I didn't see Sineko's one there. I saw it call the GG and I got a little bit worried there. But it is over. Darkside call game 1 and VP with a 1-0 lead in its best of 3. Unexpected start.
Well, not after that.